Gervonta Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. We need this fight just due to the fact that they both have power and have incredible skill. Now, they both have sparred in the past a couple years back, but there wasn't a clear winner. Now, who will actually win in a real match? Let's look at the latest performances in which Gervonta Davis fought Hector Garcia, in which Gervonta Davis completely outboxed Hector Garcia in every single round and then rocked him in round 8.
Garcia is the challenger.
And then in the start of round 9, Hector Garcia quit on the stool.
And they're saying, no, this one is over.
After this, he went on to fight another Garcia, Ryan Garcia, in which Gervonta Davis again outboxed Ryan Garcia and really exposed Ryan Garcia, just showing how much of a bad boxer he truly is, in which he dropped him in round 2.
He just ducked underneath that left hook,
and then finished the job by knocking him out with a nasty body shot in round 7.
He's been able to get in. Another left hook and a right hand by Garcia. And now...
Now let's talk about Teofimo Lopez's latest performances, in which he fought Sander Martin, in which this was just a 10-round fight, and this fight was very controversial. A lot of people are saying that Teofimo Lopez lost this fight. Now, he did get dropped in round 2, but I truly believe that Teofimo Lopez took control of most of the fight after that and won by decision.
For your winner by split decision, the takeover, Teofimo!
After this, he went on to fight Josh Taylor, in which he really showed his skills in this fight and proved why he's one of the best at 140 and at 135, in which he completely embarrassed Josh Taylor, in which he rocked him in round 4.
Taylor comes right back in with a 3-punch combination, sent off balance that time.
And then he went a couple more rounds outboxing him, in which he even landed a jump jab in round 8.
Oh!
And after this, he rocked him in round 9. And then rocked him again in round 12.
And then you get hit.
And then just continued to annihilate him in round 12. And obviously, Teofimo Lopez won by decision.
And new WBO Lineal Junior Welterweight Champion.
Now, here's why this fight most likely may not happen, and if it does happen, we're not going to want it to happen, and that's because Gervonta Davis is known for putting a rehydration clause on most of his opponents, and that is because most of his opponents are way bigger than him. So not only would he have to go to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez, but he will most likely have to get Teofimo Lopez to accept to a rehydration clause to make sure that he doesn't get way too big on fight night. So this will suck if this fight does end up happening, because we want the best of Teofimo Lopez. We don't want a dehydrated Teofimo Lopez going into this fight, because then if he loses or he doesn't perform his best, then even Teofimo Lopez himself and everybody else is going to use this as an excuse on why he didn't perform and why he lost this fight. Now, if Teofimo Lopez is ever actually serious about setting up a fight with Gervonta Davis, he better walk in there with 100% confidence if he wants to win this fight. Because yes, he is very talented, but at the same time, it's like we get it sometimes and sometimes we don't. A good example is when he fought Sander Martin, as most believe that Sander Martin got robbed in this fight, and it was clear who actually won the fight based on their demeanors. Sander Martin looked like he knew he won the fight, and Teofimo Lopez didn't look too sure.
But look at him celebrating. He believes that he has pulled the upset here at MSG.
But then Teofimo Lopez, after this, went on to fight Josh Taylor, in which he put on a good performance. So it's like sometimes he performs and sometimes he doesn't, which isn't good. And I don't like this, because Teofimo Lopez should always be ready to fight and should never have inconsistent performances if he wants to go up against Gervonta Davis. But in the end, this is a very tough fight because both men are very quick and know how to counter very amazingly. But let's say the fight was at 140 with no rehydration clause. I'm going to hate to say it, but I do think that Teofimo Lopez might give Gervonta Davis his first loss. But let's say there is a rehydration clause, and I do think that Gervonta Davis, with his power and with Teofimo Lopez not feeling his best, it could hurt Teofimo Lopez throughout this whole fight and maybe even knock out Teofimo Lopez. But at the end of the day, my point is that it depends on how Teofimo Lopez feels on fight night, because we know that Gervonta Davis never fails to perform.